Okay. Hello, audience. Welcome back again. I am Kutsia Haider, and I am here with Coach Tahmina Pashemam. I hope I'm spelling your name right. She has been very graceful and giving me this interview. So thank you so much, Coach Tahmina.
Um,
Um, so I'm interviewing her about this digital market business. She is a very wonderful woman, and she's been in this group and in the Dream Team. And she has been working in this business for 4 years now, as you
yeah,
said.
mashallah. Yeah, mashallah.
Mashallah, for 4 years. That's really amazing. So I am very interested in knowing about Ms. Tahmina as well as to learn the business from her. I'm going to pass the mic on to her, and she can, if you can please give me your introduction, a little bit about you, and then about the business, please.
Sure. Thank you so much, first and foremost, for inviting me. It's always nice, and I like to do these because I get to meet all the different amazing people within our online community.
Thank
So I actually live in Canada, in Niagara Falls. I've been in Canada for 22 years.
you.
Originally, I'm from India, and like any other immigrant, when I came to Canada, I tried my hand at different things. But then the most recent thing that I was doing before I started this business is I was working at one of the top five banks in Canada for almost 9 years before I decided to foray into my own like an entrepreneurship journey. That's what I've been on for the last 4 years, mashallah. So I'm a mom. I have two boys, mashallah. They're all grown up. They're in their 20s and they live in Vancouver for their jobs. And so I live here with my husband and my mother-in-law, and our nephews here as well. So that's a little bit about myself. As I said, I've been a business owner for 4 years. So thanks to the business, I've actually quit my job as well. So this is what I primarily do. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's our plan too. So, inshallah, we're all looking forward to getting to your stage one day, inshallah. So, thank you. So, could you please talk to me about the digital business itself? Now, if you could give me a little bit of an introduction and then how it goes about, that'd be great. Thank you.
So the reason that our business is doing so well is because it's actually filling a gap that a lot of people are finding, when they want to do something from home, especially in the online space, but they don't know how to. And that's where we come in, because when we call it digital marketing, it's mainly because that's how we promote our business in the digital, like social media or digital space. So we actually are promoting a training program where people can get started from scratch, having the training of how to leverage social media, different platforms. We have training on 7 different social media platforms that you get access to. And along with that, we do have partner companies that we connect you with. So it's a complete business in a box model that we offer people. And the reason I say it's filling a gap is because when I got into this 4 years ago, I had explored doing some kind of an online business. And there are the typical things like Shopify, or there is Amazon. But even with those, even though you maybe get a course or watch some YouTube videos and try to figure it out, there's a lot that you need help and guidance with. And so what I loved about our business was it was a complete package that you got, and along with that, you also had a direct mentor who was guiding you and helping you throughout the whole journey. So I like that personal attention or touch that I got in the business. So that's pretty much what we do, is we help others get started in the online space as well.
That's really good. Could you share your experience a little bit more deeper into your experience, if you could, please, about this business and how you started and where you are right now with this?
Uh, my experience is basically because I was working in banking. I came from a place of no experience at all. I did have a Facebook account. I barely used it. So when I got started in this, I was skeptical because I didn't even know how to take a selfie or like post about things. I still feel I'm not as good as I should be, but this platform is so amazing because it's your own business. You can run it the way you choose to. So I did it within my comfort zone, whatever I was comfortable with, and that's how I slowly started. Now I mentor others to get started the same way. So I've primarily worked on Facebook. I learned Facebook initially, then our training also has training on YouTube. I learned how to promote the business on YouTube through like YouTube ads and stuff. I also did TikTok last year. So, that is another platform that I learned through our training. So we get lifetime access to the training first and foremost. So you can pick and choose whichever platform that you want to master, and, try to leverage it to grow the business. So thanks to this business, like I've been a job quitter, as I mentioned already, I've been able to move into a dream home. Alhamdulillah, there's a lot that I've been able to achieve, lots of goals that I've had, and it would not have been possible without the business. Like I was able to go for Hajj this year, and that was one of my biggest goals when I started.
Mashallah. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. And it's not only like the money, of course, mashallah, I made enough and I saved enough that I didn't have to, take a loan to go for Hajj, which I didn't want to do. But also just even having, let's say you have a lot of money also, right? But if you're working and you're stuck with a job, you're not able to take 3 weeks, 4 weeks of vacation to go away anywhere.
That
And
is
thanks to this business, like although like I mentioned, I went for Hajj this year, which was like a 3 week thing. Last year I was able to take 6 weeks off and go and travel like the Middle East. Like I traveled a lot last year. I was in Dubai and Turkey and Kuwait and Qatar. So all those things I was able to do because our business is basically so flexible. It just runs in the background, and I'm not answerable to any kind of boss, or I'm not stuck to a certain location. I mean, you're a doctor yourself, and in you must be making real good money. But if you don't go and show up at the clinic and see the patients, you're not going to make money.
doesn't
So
work.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't work. So I always say, people can make a lot of money, especially if you're a doctor and you could be a CEO of a company, but what are you trading for it? What are you trading, right? How
Your
much time
time,
I
your life, your health, and your family.
absolutely. So
Yes.
that's the thing. So that's the trade-off. And so yeah, so I'm glad like I chose this path. Alhamdulillah.
That's amazing that you were able to travel and do Hajj this year. So
Alhamdulillah.
that's the best thing you
Alhamdulillah.
can get out of this, you know?
Alhamdulillah. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's That's good. So, could you give us some more pointers? Like, now you said something about TikTok and YouTube. Every time someone says TikTok, I almost giggle. I'm like, this you always hear about silly things in the background.
Yeah. Yeah.
Were they like which particular way of doing things, like going on Facebook or YouTube or TikTok? Which one was the most beneficial for you?
I feel consistently, if you see, and this is very funny because I was talking to my mentor today and we were talking about exactly the same thing. And within our online community, too, if you ask the same question to anybody, they will by far say Facebook at the end of the, like, if you think about it in the long run, Facebook is the one that gives you consistent results at the end of the day.
Gotcha. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
definitely. But yeah, I mean, TikTok was amazing for me last year. Like, I had a few videos that went viral. I got a few business owners. My whole team in UK has grown because of TikTok. So I've got a
That's
whole team now in UK and Europe because of that. But I feel consistently it's Facebook that gives you the best results. Yeah.
That's really good. That's really good. Um, Quick thing about if you could give us a little pointer for new people or who are looking towards joining this business, could you give us some pointers about how to join the business? What should they be doing?
Yeah, so the first step for anybody that's interested is to actually register with you, and get access to our free workshop. I love the fact that we have a very slow and graduated process where you can take your time, and it's not something where we are pressuring people into making any kind of decisions. The initial step is absolutely free. There's a free workshop that we can send people the access to, and they can attend. We have these live workshops on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which give an overview regarding what digital marketing is all about. Because almost everybody that starts this business comes from a place of zero experience. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so that's the first step. After that, if they're interested, there is a small fee that they pay of $149 to get details regarding our specific business model. And at that point, we send them almost 2 hours of videos that give all the next steps to them, as well as we add them to our private Facebook community that we have. It has over 2 lakh people now, 200,000 people. When I joined 4 years ago, there was like 40,000 people in it. So we are, I think, at 227,000 people. So, people get access to that. And the reason we do that is because we want to give people the opportunity to make an informed decision, look in the community, see the kind of people that are doing the business, see the testimonials, watch the videos, see whether that's something that they're interested in. And if they feel it's not for them, they do have 30 days to get a refund of even the 149 that they paid. But if they don't, sorry, if they decide to move ahead and don't want that refund, then they get access to the next steps of the program, and they can decide to become a business owner with us.
That's
So
very good. That's very good information there. Thank you so much.
you're
Uh,
welcome.
any advice for newcomers like us? What should we be consistent with? What should we be doing better?
Like newcomers that are already in the business, you mean?
Like me, yes, I am a
Yeah.
newcomer, so trying to.
Yeah, so I always tell people there's only two things that you need to do in this business. That's the only two things is be consistent with social media. So if you've chosen a platform like Facebook, make sure that you're posting on it at least 3 times a day. All
Three
right.
times.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to be posting at least 3 times a day. So now I've kind of slowed down the way I've been posting in the last year because I've had my page for that long and I have a lot of followers. But in the first few years, I never ever missed that. Make sure that you're doing that regularly, and the other thing is make sure that you're promoting the business in some way. It could be through paid ads or again through your page as well. But for newbies and because you're within the business, the other thing is follow the training, and I'll make sure that you attend masterminds as well. That's where
That
you
makes
learn everything from. Yeah,
that's
we have
amazing.
an amazing training. Make sure that you use it. Make sure that you take out that time, and especially because you're a busy mom, you have your own practice or things like that. I feel for us, especially when you're working from home, also there's a lot of discipline that you need. The time management is very important, so make sure that you take that time out. And whether it's even an hour a week or a hour in every 2 3 days, it's up to you, but make that consistent commitment to yourself that that will be your time to give to the business.
That makes sense. I try to post at least once a day as of right now. I think I need to do better with it.
No, once a day is not going to work.
Not
Yeah,
gonna
you
be
have to.
enough.
And I had somebody who was also working in the dentist field, and she wasn't a dentist. I think she was a hygienist, if I'm not mistaken. So she used to work almost 5 to 6 days a week in two different clinics. If I'm not, it was a while ago. She used to literally, because with Facebook you do have the flexibility of scheduling all your posts,
Okay.
right? So you can sit one day and schedule posts for the next 2 3 days, and then do that. You don't have to post every day yourself. You can just
Got
sit
you.
and schedule those posts so that they get posted automatically on Facebook.
That's a very good idea. Thank you there. The next question would be to advice for people who are still thinking, like people who are ready to jump but kind of holding back. Either it's family issues, financial issues, husband not supportive, or spouse, like partner, whatever they decide on, not being supportive. What is your advice for them?
I mean, see, everybody knows their own situation the best, right? Like it's easy for us to come from a different angle and say, hey, this is the way you should do it. You need to figure out where and why you want to do something. And I always say, if there's a will, there's a way. If you really want to make a change in your life, if you've been looking for something that can give you some kind of not only income, but knowledge in something that is a very transferable skill. Because what you're learning through our training program is a skill that you can apply to other facets of your life as well. If you're looking for all those things, then the best thing for you to do is take that next step, at least attend that pre-workshop and then decide if this is for you or not. A lot of people that I know locally as well, and a lot of people from our Desi community too, as if you want to say that, are doing this and doing this successfully. And even if the ones are those the ones that have started and have not had that much success for whatever reason, it's a business after all. Even those people are not complaining because there is so much that you can get out of it. There's a lot of personal growth. You learn a lot about yourself, and staying within that comfort zone is very comfortable, but it's not going to give you any kind of progress or make any changes in your life. One of my favorite things that I tell people is most of us are immigrants in this new country, right? Like,
Like us, yeah.
yeah,
Most of us, yeah.
we were not living, where we were born. Now, at that time, it's when we were back, like for me, in my case, if I was in India and I kept thinking, oh my God, I don't know whether I should do this. I don't know whether, where I'm going to work. Coming to Canada, I'm talking about migrating to Canada. It's
Yeah.
so cold, being skeptical and those kind of things. If they had held me back, I wouldn't have been able to achieve all that we've been able to achieve right now. So we had to get out of that comfort zone. We had to make those hard decisions, leave our family behind and come here. And then, you do have a little bit of your struggle initially, but then you build that life for yourself. And it's a completely different life than what you would have had when if you had been staying back home.
Back in
So,
home.
yeah, so all I'm trying to say is that, yes, sometimes we have to make those tough decisions. There are people within my, within our group, within my team, their family still doesn't know that they're doing the business just because they think they're not going to be supportive, but they started anyways and they're doing amazing. There are others who the family knows, but they're very skeptical. I have a lady in my team whose kids are like always they're older, and they're like, "Mom, what are you doing?" and all that. She wants to prove it to them that that she can do something with it.
Yeah.
So everybody has to find their own why. That's the only way, and explore this, and you never know, maybe this is what you've been looking for, and you're not really taking it seriously. So you should. That's all I can say.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you, Tamina. That was a wonderful time spent with you with a lot of good advice. Really appreciate it again. Is there anything else we need to know? One last question, I guess. Anything else we all need to know?
I mean, you know, see, the thing is that, again, coming back to this, is check it out. That's all I'll say. If I had not done that and, taken that step 4 years ago, I would not have been where I am. Like, I would not have been able to achieve whatever I have. I wouldn't be where I am right now. That's all I can say. Make a change in your life. Sometimes we're so frustrated with the way things are, and we just keep going through it thinking that things will happen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help you, but you need to help yourself first. You need to make that first step, and then Allah will guide you, on the right path. So that's all I would like to say.
That,
Inshallah.
that's the best advice again. Thank you so very much.
You're very
Jazakallah
welcome.
khairan. And I would like to keep in touch with you and learn more from you in the future too.
Inshallah,
So
inshallah,
really
inshallah.
appreciate it again. Jazakallah khair. And I'm gonna
Very
end the
welcome.
streaming here.